My name is Paula Hines Lonergan, and I was watching the Red Table Talk with Jada Pinkett. And in this particular episode, she was interviewing Gabrielle Union. Now, I already did one video on my thoughts in connection to Gabrielle and her experience that she had in her early life and how it may have affected her viewpoint of herself and others, and as well as how she treated others and talked about others. I just had a strong feeling there was a connection, even though it wasn't specifically in that episode. But there was a second thing that I took from this video in connection to the media coverage about the Me Too and Time's Up movement. In the Red Table Talk interview, Gabrielle, excuse me, I'm sorry, was talking about how she says Me Too because of an experience that she had when she was 19 years old. She was raped at gunpoint at that age. And, you know, she is very forward about talking about that in support of people that also have experienced abuse. And she's not the only one. We see that you cannot turn on the news today without hearing about a college where the president is, being deposed because he did not handle a OBGYN doctor that was working on the campus. Or once again, you had the doctor that for over decades at another university as a trainer, was molesting children. Then we have the arresting of Harvey Weinstein. So it's in the news. People are talking about their abuse. They're confronting their abusers. They're being public about it, even if the silence has taken place over decades. And with that, and with the media coverage, one expert was mentioning how there seems to be an increase of people that women, perhaps men too, that have been abused in the past, they're starting to have negative feelings again, or they're almost being re-traumatized again because of the media and the coverage that is taking place in connection to it. On page 81 of the book, The Courage to Heal, which is a guide for survivors of childhood sexual abuse, it's written by Ellen Bass and Laura Davis. But on page 81 of Courage to Heal, it mentions how the media really can have an impact and effect on persons that have been victimized. Maybe it's someone that was abused and just hasn't dealt with it or didn't remember it until they start to see it mentioned on the media. Or maybe it's someone that recognizes that they were abused and went through therapy and did the healing, but they're starting to have issues again in connection, like a re-traumatization. That is normal. And Courage to Heal confirms that that may be something that may happen as you hear and see everybody talking about their own experiences. It may bring up memories and thoughts and feelings, that perhaps were suppressed or put aside. So, with that, in listening to Gabrielle, it just made me think how, as people are talking about it more, how it does affect or can affect those who have been abused. I know of a person who, within recent times, is starting to have problems, emotionally, and mentally. And it just makes me wonder, is the inundation that we have on the TV, in the radio, in the media about it, if that's causing things to come up. It happens. I know for me, listening to all the interviews and everything that I've heard helped me to develop the courage that I have to speak now, to speak up, because there's too many people that are affected by it, and silence serves no one well except the perpetrator. Anyways, just something I thought was interesting. Like I said, the Red Table Talk made me think about that issue. Let's talk about this. Please email me at timesupforsilence@gmail.com. My name is Paula Hines Lonergan, and the time is up for me to be silent.